A fragile peace in Gaza is hanging by a thread, and the world is watching with bated breath. The US State Department has just dropped a bombshell, claiming that Hamas is plotting an imminent attack on civilians, which could shatter the hard-won ceasefire. But here's where it gets controversial. While the US insists this would be a blatant violation of the agreement, Hamas has yet to respond, leaving many to wonder about the credibility of these reports. And this is the part most people miss. The ceasefire, though shaky, has already led to significant progress, including the release of hostages and Palestinian prisoners. So why risk it all now? In a statement released on Saturday, the State Department warned that such an attack would not only breach the ceasefire, but also undermine the significant progress achieved through mediation efforts. However, they stopped short of providing concrete details, leaving the public, and likely many diplomats, scratching their heads. The first phase of the ceasefire deal is underway, with all living hostages freed and the remains of the deceased being returned to Israel. As part of the agreement, Israel also released 250 Palestinian prisoners and 1,718 detainees from Gaza, marking a rare moment of mutual concessions in this protracted conflict. Washington has already alerted other guarantors of the peace agreement, including Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey, urging them to pressure Hamas to uphold its commitments. Should Hamas proceed with this attack, measures will be taken to protect the people of Gaza and preserve the integrity of the ceasefire, the statement ominously warned. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump has weighed in, threatening severe consequences if Hamas harms civilians. If Hamas continues to kill people in Gaza, which was not the deal, we will have no choice but to go in and kill them, he posted on Truth Social, later clarifying that US troops would not be deployed. The tension comes on the heels of disturbing footage authenticated by BBC Verify, showing Hamas gunmen executing 8 people in a crowded square in Gaza. While the identities of the masked gunmen remain unconfirmed, some appeared to wear green headbands associated with Hamas. This incident has only deepened the mistrust between the parties. On Saturday, Israel reported receiving 2 more bodies from Gaza, allegedly hostages, though formal identification is pending. So far, the remains of 10 out of 28 deceased hostages have been returned. But the ceasefire's fragility was further exposed when 11 members of a Palestinian family were killed by an Israeli tank shell, according to the Hamas-run Civil Defense Ministry. This marked the deadliest incident involving Israeli forces since the ceasefire began. The Israeli military claimed its soldiers fired at a suspicious vehicle that crossed the yellow line, an invisible boundary demarcating Israeli-occupied areas in Gaza. However, it remains unclear whether the vehicle actually crossed this line, and the BBC has requested coordinates from the IDF for clarity. The current crisis is rooted in the October 7, 2023 attack, when Hamas-led gunmen killed approximately 1,200 people in southern Israel and took 251 hostages. Israel's subsequent campaign in Gaza has resulted in the deaths of at least 68,000 people, according to the Hamas-run Health Ministry, whose figures the UN considers reliable. In September, a UN commission accused Israel of committing genocide against Palestinians in Gaza, a claim Israel vehemently denied as distorted and false. Here's the burning question. Is the ceasefire doomed to fail? Or can both sides find a way to salvage it? And what role should the international community play in holding them accountable? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation that needs to happen.